Clickety click, clickety click, clickety click. The train goes on the track. Anybody knows that episode of Peppa Pig? No, never mind. well, if we're all tuned up, we can get started today. Tomorrow, as Juliana just mentioned beforehand, is the ukulele play along, which means, and it's really great, that some of you who have signed up will be playing along, or not playing along, but leading songs, and we'll be playing along to your songs. And there's one in there that is a really nice song, beautiful song from The Wizard of Oz, and Craig is singing that tomorrow. And actually I remembered, and this was before I was using Google Docs, so it's on an old what's it called, PDF that I made with a Word document at the time. And there's a version of an arrangement for the ukulele of that song. Now what's quite interesting, and that's the subject of the lesson today, is to have a look at actually a lot of ukulele versions. Right, that's better. A lot of ukulele versions, when you have one bass note and some arrangement thingies going on at the same time, will just use one chord the whole time. But then you will kind of lose maybe a bit of movement or a bit of the color that comes with that particular song. I didn't check out too much the song sheet that Craig is using in the songbook tomorrow. Maybe, but maybe, I mean, this is similar to the same song, so it can't be too far away. But we're a lot on the same chord in this song. Who remembers this song? Everybody knows? I haven't mentioned what it is yet, have I? That's the suspense. It's something about a heart and a brain. These are the clues. And there's a snowman or something and a lion.
Tin Man.
If I only had a brain.
It's
only about the brain, not the heart. That's a different character.
It's the same song, actually.
Same song.
It's a different character, same song. Yeah, that's very true. Actually, we can have a look at that. Let me play it a little bit for you. I just had a quick peep, and I'm not sure Craig's version is in F, it's in C, but this one is in F. And what we've got a lot of the time here is, if you can remember the song, I could while away the hours, conferring with the flowers, consulting with the rain. And now that's all on an F. That's probably what you'll find in a lot of versions. But actually the arrangement is moving all the time. It's going bloom, 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 bloom. And the notes also of the orchestra are moving about. So the arrangement that I wrote was actually, instead of having one long F at that point in time, is that you can alternate between two different chords, but that have a common lowest note. That will be our open C string will stay. And the F will alternate with what is actually, I'll let you guess what that chord is actually. We'll work your theory knowledge for anybody who sort of has spent time with that before. But the F, we're going to play it in a slightly different way today. We're playing 2 open, 1, and then little finger, or ring finger. You can choose which one you want. On a 3rd fret, on the 3rd fret of the A string. So it's like an F, but you add your finger up there. So here you have the F, and now the F with the high. Anybody know what note this is at the top of our F major? Because it's the same chord still, but something's changing. We're changing the open A string to a
C, right? C.
C.
To a C.
C.
Absolutely. So actually, it's a note that we already had before, because you can see we've got the open C string in the F, and we already had the A before, because the open A string is actually the same note as the note that's under your middle finger. So it's just a different voicing or different arrangement of the chord that we all know. Now the trick is to, this is today's challenge, if you will. The trick to sing If I Only Had a Brain is ironically quite challenging for the brain. And it's to play 2, open, 1, 3, which we've got, and then index on 3, and then open, open, and 5. So 3, open, open 5. 3, open, open 5. 2, open, 1, 3. So back to the F. Everybody got this one? I'll move my fingers away so you can really see what's going on. Oh, what a lovely chord that is. Juliana might know what that chord is because that's exactly the kind of thing that we talk about in our live streamed advanced ukulele Zoom lessons, which so far actually quite popular for, I'm not sure if it's 4 times the same one, but it seems like 4 different people have watched them. So
Sounds about right.
yeah.
Question though, is it important that it be the index finger that is playing the 3?
No, you could use middle
Because it
finger and
seems
little
like
finger also.
The middle finger is
But
right
I don't
there.
I don't like stretching between little finger and middle finger. I don't like doing that. But that's an idiosyncrasy.
Okay.
Is that a word? I think it's a word. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I read it somewhere. Okay, good. If
Is it a
anybody
7
got it
chord?
before Juliana, you can jump in and let us know what that chord is. Basically, it's really hard, and obviously we haven't spent lots of time in the intermediate lessons talking about just playing notes and figuring out what chord it is. But Juliana, do you want to walk us through maybe a taste of how that can work?
Is it a C7?
Yeah, it does sound a bit like a C7. What note have you got on the A
So
string?
the notes. Oh, on the A string, it's a C D.
It's a
D?
CD?
It's a D.
It's an old-fashioned MP3 player type thing. Yep, it's a D. So
Because
in
I
the
was counting
C7,
because I know this is a C. C sharp
I understand.
D.
Obviously, I know. Yeah, all right.
I just want everyone else to understand.
Oh, right. Oh, that's actually very pedagogical. Good job. Yeah, what... why is there a D in the C7 then? It's a bit odd.
That's a good point. Is it a C9 then?
Yeah, if you go by thirds, C, 1, 2, 3, E, 1, 2, 3, G, 1, 2, 3, 7, that's a B flat, 1, 2, 3, that's a D. So C, E, G, B flat, D. That is the C9. Congratulations. I wish I had some game show noises. Who had an inkling it might have been the C9? Well, some of you did not move. I'll take that as a me. I did. I knew it, actually. But it's wonderful to see humility in action. Very pleasing. Although it's not great Zoom viewing for the live streamers. I think there's... Oh, one person is watching. He'll be fine. She. Yeah. Do you want to send out a message to the internet, Catherine? Yeah, anything? Do you want to share?
I've forgotten what that chord is, the C9, how you're playing it.
Oh, how are we playing it? Well, that's quite an interesting question because actually a lot of the time in my song sheets you'll find the C9 being a open 2, open 1. But here our C9 is 3, open, open, 5.
3. Okay, yeah.
Yes. Now, the funny thing about a C9 is it's got a root note, that's the C. It's got a third, it's got a fifth, it's got a seventh, and it's got a ninth. That's all the things that are in a C9. That's how many notes? 4.
4.
So a root, a third, a fifth, a seventh, and a ninth. How many notes, anybody? Okay, Jules says 4 still. No, it's 5. It's 5. A root, a third, it's 5. Or are you leaving? Or welcoming Francis? We don't know, but it is 5. Yeah, indeed. Hi, Francis. root note, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th. But don't worry if you don't understand these things, because I'm kind of jumping the gun. Talking about these complex, what does each note do in a chord? But here, basically what I'm trying to say is, if ever you see a chord where there's written 9, it actually means there's 5 notes in that chord usually. But how many strings have we got? We've only got 4. So it means that anytime we play a 9, we've actually got 1 note missing. So you have to decide when you're playing a 9, what note am I going to miss out on? Now it's quite easy, because if you play a C7, open, open, open 1, and then I tell you, and now play the C9, open 2, open 1, what note do we not have anymore? It's the note that just changed. So that was the open C string, which is now a 2nd fret here. C7, C9. So actually, the C9 played like this is a C9 without the C. So we call it C9, but there's all the notes except the actual note that gives its name to the chord. That's a bit odd. And the C9 that we're playing here, the note that is missing is the least important of all notes in the chord. It's the 5th. Because we kind of hear it anyway. Our brain fills in the gaps. So we can actually start playing now. And that was the theory corner for today. Hopefully we'll come back to that somehow. Any questions? Yes, Ashley. Questions.
So we don't have the B flat. Is the 5th, or is it the G that we don't have?
Well, let's have a look if you want. We can stay sat in the theory corner, and we're playing 3 open open 5. What's this note on your 1st string? The one I call 1st string anyway. And Nate Genter in the chat says 4 notes. So he was almost right.
B
Good
flat.
Good try. It's a B flat.
Okay.
And then we've got open C string, so that's a C string. And then we've got open E, so that's an E. And then we've got what Juliana told us was a D. So we've got B flat, C, E, D. So we've actually got all the notes except the 5th,
G.
except the G.
Okay.
And that doesn't help you in any way, shape, or form to play the song, just so you know. But I just thought I'd mention it. And now, what we want to do, and that's the arrangement that I came up with all those years ago, when I was, because I had a student who wanted to learn this song. We're going to move between an F with a high C and this C9. And then we can move on to the next bit of the song. So, did anybody sort of understand what we're doing in that bit where instead of playing 1 chord, we're actually alternating between unusual voicings of 2 chords? Yes, Annette, you're nodding, which means you're ready to play. Let's hear your quick alternating F with a high. Ah, with a low G. High C and low G.
No.
Oh, was that someone else then?
It wasn't I haven't got a low G, I've got a high G.
Oh, I missed who was playing. Maybe on the chat they can tell us. I don't know who it was. Oh, was it Anne?
I think both of us.
Oh, good
We are
job,
a
Anne.
duo.
Well,
Oh, okay, cool. You did the high and I
well,
go.
Anne and Annette, that's a band right there.
It's a good name.
Yeah, it is a good name. Anne and Annette. Maybe you should exchange contact details, or record an album.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Fine.
and the way that that's written in the song is like this. So let me show you while I put this. and this, and this, and here we go. Did you? So you can see it's the old font too. This was a while ago. Maybe I should redo. Sorry for the squiggles. Who feels like they've got the change and want to try out singing with this? I could while away the hours. It's not easy because there is a lot of movement, but basically it's every beat you're changing. F, C9, F, C9, boop, 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 boop. And in the song, that is kind of what's going on, right? Because especially in those old films, there's so much orchestration going on in those old musicals. The violins and the oboes and stuff, they're doing stuff all the time. So this was kind of it's still simplified, but it gets closer to that thing. Catherine. You want to play?
I can. No. Is that the right chords?
Wait, let me show you the chord because I mean, this is really old school. Oh, wait, it's hidden. I can't go up. No, anyway. No, it's actually it's 3 open 5.
Yeah.
Right, so your little finger's all the way up there on the 5. Yeah, that's really nice because what happens there is that it actually expands the sound of the ukulele because there's quite a big distance between the lowest note and the highest note of the chord.
Yeah.
Gives it a nice ring. Right, and once that movement is more fluid, that was really good. I like that. And once the movement is more fluid, the way the song is played is with a skip. So you'll have this 1 2 3 1 2 3. So even if you're just playing downs, you still need to feel the skip. Da, 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 da. Of course, if I was playing straight, it would sound like this, and you'll obviously notice that would then be wrong. I could while away the hours. I could while away the hours, conferring with the flowers. That's not so great because then there's not that skip. And if you remember the film, they are actually skipping. It's a yellow road. Anybody? Nobody knows what I'm talking about? It's a yellow road? Yeah, okay.
Yellow brick road.
I can try.
It's a yellow brick road. Yeah. Ah, Bob. No, wait. Oh, it's Craig. Sorry.
Okay, I'll give it a try. I could while away the hours, conferring with the flowers, consulting with the ring. Losing it there.
No, that was really good. Low G also. Do. That's nice. You've got like a little walking bass going on with the A and the B flat. Do. If anybody's looking for the first note to sing, I could while. It's on the A string. I could while. Open, first fret, third fret. I could while. Which is maybe why your version for tomorrow for the sing-along is in C, because it might be nicer for lower voices like yours and mine to be in C. But this is where we're singing, I could while away the hours. If somebody wants to try out just the chords, we can do that too. You need to react faster. This great program will never get on, daytime TV. Producers won't pick it up. They'll be like, well, we like the product. Your students are really friendly, but the pauses, Ben, we can't,
I could try playing this.
Great.
Okay. I could while away the flowers.
With the flowers.
I didn't
that's good.
understand the to tick to tick to tick. Was
Oh, that
it
doesn't matter. Just do once per
one
beat.
strum? Got it.
Or you could also, if that's too much work, you can also just pluck all strings once with. That also works. I remember mentioning both in the tutorial. There's a tutorial for this on the channel, by the way. But I can't remember more than that. It was ages ago.
All right.
That's good. I like it. And you'll already notice the difference between doing that with a different shape here and this little walking chord to I could while away the hours conferring with the flowers. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. So having the same chord throughout is a really different feeling. There's not that movement. There's not that I don't know, interrogation, sort of pondering, right? Because he's thinking about it, despite the absence of a brain. Cool. Well, Francis, as you're here, do you wanna send out to the internet and a worldwide reminder that actually in California tomorrow, that's where the party's at.
Yeah.
I mean, on Zoom. But...
It is. Tomorrow is the ukulele play along. So it's a great way of sharing any songs that you've been working on that you just love to play and been playing for a long time. And we've got a songbook, so that's out and published, so you can take a look at it and have a little practice if you want, or see what's coming up. And otherwise, just come at 11:30 Pacific time, 2:30 Eastern time, 7:30 GMT, and strum along with us.
Hey!